since we all have probably 50 years of experience here of doing inspections and tens of thousands of claims. Um, so I can tell you guys that when I started, there was no process. There was just get thrown to the wolves and try to figure it out. Or even a guy that's been out in the field for a while, that if you need to call on people, that's what you should be doing.
I kind of had the experience of doing inspections before going to VAS. And I mean, I'll just say I didn't have any cheat sheets. I showed up, I was scatterbrained. No photos were in order. Nothing made sense. I'd go inside first, take those photos. I'd come outside, take the elevations, and I'd get on the roof. No rhyme or reason. A lot of times I'd miss photos. So
Right?
then I'd have to drive right back. I'd have to get those because they wouldn't close. File reviewer would kick it right back. So the cheat sheet was certainly a big aspect of me being able to get a lot better at doing inspections properly.
I think a lot of it for me was just repetition. And you just got to fake it until you make it. And I'd walk up to an insured and I would act like I knew what I was talking about, and I would be scared out of my mind. I really didn't even get a chance to breathe till I got on my ladder, I got up to the roof, and I was by myself, and I could kind of get my head and take 10 or 5 or 10 minutes and just breathe and think about what I actually needed to do. And it probably took me 30, 40, 50 to really get comfortable with the whole process.
Yeah,
Um,
sure.
but the school helped a lot.
And I think that's one of the hard things with people who don't get training like you guys did is you're just lost in the beginning until you find a process. And that's what we're creating here at VCAP is a process that if you do your inspections the same way every time, you're going to it's going to become muscle memory and you're going to be more efficient and you're going to make more money for sure. That to sum up what everybody's saying here, it comes down to having a checklist. So you follow that checklist. So you take the correct amount of photos so you don't forget any of them and you don't take an extra 100 that you have to figure out later and following the same process every time. And if I'm doing something exactly the same way every single time on every single inspection, then it becomes routine. Then it becomes easier if I'm there with a contractor. I just tell him what's happening. This is how this works. And now I have control of it. Same with the insured. So many times an insured is going to want to direct you inside the house first. But a simple, hey, I have a checklist and I have a process, and this is how I do it, will make them really respect you because you have a process that you're following.